Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast with that one guy as host. I think his name's Chris. I don't know. I don't like his voice, so I don't care to get to know him. But that guy. Thank you once again for stopping by for a new episode. Before I get into the guest today, I gotta talk about the some shop talk shop. And as always, you can contact me either Twitter or Instagram. They're both at Casting for Two, or you can drop me an email at castingfor2@gmail.com. And I'm going to start things off a little differently. I normally play my theme song is by The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and it's an awesome song. I want to try something out. It's a little bit more rockier. A little bit more groovy, and just let me know what you guys think. I like it. You know, I always like changing things up, so that's why I have a new theme song. It's by Pigeon John. Set It Loose. It's an awesome song. If you go onto YouTube, go listen to it. It's great. So I'm gonna try that out for a little bit. That's my theme going on right now. But enough of that. Today's guest, episode 73. It's going to be, he's from the band The Get Ahead, which is a Portland-based band, and we all know how much I love Portland. He does vocals, lead guitar. I have Nathan Earle on the show, and I'm so excited to chat with him. I was so, and still am excited to chat with him. We had a great talk about, of course, music, where his musical roots come from, and just, I had a blast listening to this their CD. It's called Volcano. It's out online, and I recommend you guys pick up a copy or two. But let's get into this episode. I'm tired of talking. Let's get into it. So sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please. Hello.
Hi there.
Hey, Nathan, what's going on?
Not a lot. How's it going?
It's going well for me. It's going, yeah. It's it's one of those days where it's not I don't do a lot. It's just like that time of the day when it's like, I'm starting to shut down.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
fade out.
Exactly, yeah. I won't fade out for this interview, so don't worry. You can fade out for me all you want. I'm okay with that.
Oh, I actually got home from my day job a little early and was able to take a quick cat nap. So
there we go.
Gave me a boost.
Now, how long is your cat naps? What's a good range you like to hit?
I like the idea, the concept of a power nap, but honestly, that just leaves me wanting to sleep longer.
Right.
So I think an hour nap for me is just about perfect.
Yeah. We have this thing that my mom, always says I need 5 minutes, a 5-minute break, something. 5 minutes turns into an hour, or 2 hour, or 3 hour, whatever. So right. It's kind of one of those things where no, you're not getting five minutes. You're getting much longer. We know.
Right. That's funny because I had a similar I used to ask my mom for 5 more minutes, and it turned into sort of a running joke in our family. 5 more minutes, Mom.
Yeah.
You don't really need 5 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I do the same thing to my girlfriend because I'm her alarm clock. So I'll wake her up. She tells me, wake me up at this such and such time. And then I wake her up and I go, hey, do you need 5 minutes? Yeah. Okay. So I'll wake her up in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
That's the way it works. You
usually great responsibility right there.
Yeah, I mean it's wow. it didn't even hit me that it was a huge responsibility until you just said it.
I'm sorry. The weight is.
Oh
I've
no.
placed it on your shoulders.
Oh no. Well, it's something that I've done for months now, and so now it's just part of our routine. Just because I'm in a central time zone,
Oh,
so the hours, kind of line up, because I'm already awake when she's awake or when she's asleep, so I might as well just wake her up.
sure.
So
That is.
yeah, it's not too bad. The hardest was I was visiting my friend in Salem, and because I'm also from Oregon, I
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so yeah, Portland, all that. I love Portland. I love Oregon.
That's
I
it.
miss it so much. But it was hard because we were in the same time zone, and I thought that was weird because it was just, oh, now I actually have to wake up at that time you wake up,
Right.
and it was a weird feeling, It's like, oh,
Yeah.
geez.
Yeah, I know
Um,
what you mean because I'm actually from the Midwest,
oh, okay.
so you kind of start to build that rhythm with like talking to family or where it's 2 hours ahead,
Right.
and usually I can't call them
Hmm.
at night because it's already too late. By the time I've come around and have some downtime, so yeah, and it's weird to go and visit and be like, oh, right,
See,
it's
no, I have no problem texting somebody over in the Pacific time zone because I'm like, yeah, it's 2 hours behind. If I'm up, they're
yeah.
up. I don't care. Uh,
Yeah, but I will get strange. I'll get texts from my parents, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning here or something. But they're
mhm.
on their way to work. It's 7, reasonable.
What part of the Midwest you from?
Kansas City area.
Okay. Oh,
Lawrence is the city that I moved out here from. I went to school at Kansas University. So,
okay. Okay.
yeah.
What brought you over to Oregon?
I came out here to visit some friends
Hmm.
going on about 13 years ago.
There you go. There you
Uh,
go.
Man, I think really just flew over Mount Hood for the first time and was pretty hooked. Being from the flatlands, as a man,
Well,
um,
it's funny because I spent a year in Chicago,
hmm.
and everybody made a big deal about how flat it was.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, and it's like, people I would meet, oh, I'm not from here. I'm originally from Oregon. I live in Texas now. Now I'm in Chicago. And they go, oh, is it weird how flat it is here? I go, sure,
Well,
why not?
there's still hills in the Midwest, right? I mean, it's
Right.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone made a big deal about it. And then when I was moving back to Texas, it really hit me how flat it was. Like, wow, you can see pretty far. There's no random mountains. And my
Right.
dad goes, "Yep, this is the Tornado Alley over here."
Oh, right. Yeah.
But, I'm happy Oregon hooked you that quickly.
I am too. I've been very happy out here for a long time. It's just, anything outside is wonderful in Oregon,
Hmm.
and Portland culture really drew me in also.
Hmm.
Although it's changing pretty rapidly at this point and growing at a fairly alarming rate. But
For the best.
I don't know. That might be an entirely different conversation.
Yeah, because right now I'm living in San Antonio, Texas, and it's not my cup of tea. I definitely feel more like a Pacific Northwesterner.
Yeah.
But whenever I go to Austin, it just always hits me with that Portland vibe that I really like and miss.
Keeping it weird and all.
Yeah, and it's a different type of person that's there. I don't know.
Hmm.
I really enjoy Austin, and I think it's just because it reminds me of Oregon so much. The one thing I have to say I miss. I mean, I miss everything about Oregon, especially Muchas, but I miss the fact that I could leave a window open at night and get a nice cool breeze.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's really nice.
yeah,
Hmm.
no. Not if you do that, you let ass in. It's horrible. It's just heat. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't miss any of that. It's really lovely to have a hot day and then, open the windows up at 9 o'clock and it's cool.
yeah.
It is pretty nice,
Uh,
definitely.
But and I'm curious. You said that you just got off your day job. What kind of day job do you do?
Clinical social worker. I work with uh, right now like elementary school and middle school kids
Mm.
in schools. So
Okay, okay. And is that kind of what? So okay, so let's. I'm gonna tie this all back. I'm gonna do a Houdini here.
all right.
When do you first start getting into music?
Um, I grew up around it. My grandfather and my uncles and my mom. Um, some of my earliest memories were uh, sort of sitting around listening to them all play.
Hmm.
My grandfather played the fiddle. My great grandfather actually played the mandolin.
Oh,
They would all be sitting around singing country gospel songs.
okay.
So I grew up around that. My parents are separated. My dad is actually a blues singer, so on that side. So
Oh, okay.
grew up around his music. Um, so I definitely sort of started singing at a young age, just around the house with my mom.
Hmm.
Nothing too serious, but but I was really into basketball.
Oh,
So
okay.
so I kind of lost myself in basketball during most of my school years until later in high school when I tried out for choir at my high school and had an extraordinary instructor and who really brought the emotion into music and talked a lot about connecting to music in a really emotional, really meaningful way.
Hmm.
And and I think that really made me. I think that's really the time that I began to get interested in it. Um, so yeah, I started singing and playing more guitar at that time. I'd always had guitars around also, but never really picked them up in earnest. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
And you mentioned you mentioned you went to college where again?
in Lawrence, Kansas,
Lawrence.
um,
Okay.
University of Kansas Jayhawks.
Go Jayhawks.
Yeah, exactly.
I, I don't know who they are. Sorry. Sorry.
That-
Sorry. Sorry. If it's
that's
not
all
a beaver or a duck, I don't know who they are.
right.
Uh, but no, okay. So when does the music bug kind of hit you? Where like you're going to school, and are you doing any kind of open mics or shows like that, or just jamming with random people?
Really, my brother and I had a really musical connection. We started singing in a cappella groups actually
Okay.
in high school and just a little bit after high school, um, and started writing music together. We signed a contract for a short time in Hollywood to work on a couple demos and shop them to some record labels.
Hmm.
So we played a lot. The two of us really played a lot around, um, just in the Midwest and then in Hollywood for close to a year. Um, and then after that, we returned and I played a lot with him and with several other people in the Kansas City area, um, but not anything really serious
Hmm.
until I moved out to Oregon and started playing a lot more and playing music with different groups of people and started a band. So
Okay. Okay. And did you kind of? I know music's in your background, but is that also kind of a stress reliever from what you do for your normal day job?
you know, that's that's always been sort of a question for me, like whether it's a stress reliever or whether it's um, what I really love to do. Because
Hmm.
music can definitely be stressful, also.
Right. Right. Yeah.
The planning of shows, the schlepping of gear, the writing of music, and working collaboratively with others, rehearsing all of that stuff. But um, I definitely have had times in my life where I didn't have that as an outlet,
Hmm.
um, and the rest of my life didn't feel as whole and fulfilled. So I don't necessarily see it as um, like a pressure release valve or something,
Hmm.
but I see it more as it's something that I have to have in my life and be doing to feel fulfilled and feel kind of whole.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
That's a
Oh,
long answer.
no, no. Are you kidding? It makes total sense. I mean, I one of the things I want to do, and one of the things I love doing, is filmmaking.
Oh, great.
Anything from writing, editing. I'll give somebody coffee if I have to.
Hmm.
I just love the process of doing it, but I too have been I've played drums for, I don't know, 13 years,
Awesome.
and to me music was always an escape for me. Um, when I could just chill out and just play. I jam with a friend of mine. We released a CD to no one because we just wanted to have fun with it,
Yeah.
and we played one show and retired immediately, just because we're like, who cares? Let's have some fun, you know.
Yeah.
So I totally get that need of feeling empty without it.
Yeah.
It I totally get it.
Well, and
Um,
I can't avoid it either. I
mhm.
mean, I get ideas, and I'll be driving in the car and writing the idea for a song down on the steering wheel, or
Yeah, yeah.
hitting my voice recorder on my phone, and so it's kind of followed me around too. It's like, hey, something about music wants me to be continue to be involved in it, I guess.
Well, and you guys do such a great job. I was listening to the album Volcano, and it was just, I sometimes I never know what to
Oh yeah.
expect, but I just, pop it on and just listen to it, walk around, do something, just where I'm listening to the music, and it's just so unique, the how many styles you cram into one album, and
Mhm.
even like one song.
Oh,
Um, oh, of course. So how what was it easy finding, putting together this type of band?
no, I think it's this band was kind of an idea for a long time before we really moved on it, and my partner Juliet Howard is um, is really the other kind of force behind this band,
Mm-hmm.
and so she and I got together and started to write some music and work on some covers and things, and um, one of her best friends plays bass, and he has been predominantly a punk rock drummer or punk rock bass player, pardon
Mm-hmm.
me.
Yeah.
Um, but he got involved pretty early on, and that was the core of the thing. Um, and then our drummer, both of our drummers have been from kind of a pop, rock, and funk background. So yeah, I think it's just a different blending of different styles comes, I think, a lot from the individuals in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's been fun. It hasn't been difficult necessarily to put the band together.
Mm-hmm.
It's fallen together fairly naturally.
Okay.
So.
And I can't help it, but I hear a poochie wandering around, and I gotta know the breed.
Well, we have two dogs. So we have Suki, who's a lab
Mm-hmm.
boxer mix.
I could tell it was a lab boxer mix.
You could
I could tell
tell.
it. Yeah.
You can, yeah. There's a specific way of moving around.
Yeah.
And then Buckle is our little. He's kind of a mini Yorkshire Terrier.
Okay. Okay. Rock on. I have two corgis,
Oh, nice. We have a
and
friend who just got a corgi puppy.
they're just the
Yeah.
weirdest dogs. I don't know. Their little legs doesn't make
Yeah.
sense that they can support that. It's just so weird. But
Yeah, they're pretty adorable too, though.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're great dogs. But I'm a dog guy, so
Oh, me too, definitely.
I've been attacked by dogs and not even known it. I just thought they wanted to cuddle. I don't know.
Yeah, those are our dogs are definitely the cuddling type, and if they're barking at you, it's because you're not leaning down so they can lick your face.
Oh, okay. All right. So whoever goes to your home, make sure the pooches lick the face.
Right.
I'm gonna write that in for
They
when
have
I
to.
stop on by.
Yeah.
So when you're not doing all these shows and working for the man, what do you like to do to relax?
We, we have a pretty good record collection. I love to sit down and listen
Mm.
to Prince. Um, to relax. I do a lot of basketball and running and
Hmm.
working out. Try to stay healthy. Yeah, we try to get out of town as much as possible too.
Yeah.
So Juliet works for Airbnb
Oh,
in
okay.
Portland. So we take advantage of a lot of opportunities to stay with folks through Airbnb. Try to travel, definitely,
Gotcha.
along the coast a lot. So
If you ever want to, have you been to Victoria, British Columbia?
no, I haven't. I've always wanted to go.
I went to school up there for a year, and it's that I consider that my second home.
Oh wow.
I love it up there. It's just the people are so nice, the food is good.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you ever want to Airbnb it, I would really recommend checking that place up there.
Sounds good. We'll have to follow up on that definitely.
Yeah, just don't go to Vancouver, okay? You know, so many car accidents happen there. It's just don't. It's not worth it.
All right, sounds good. I've been there one time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
That's enough, probably, huh? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, that's enough. Well, how long were you there?
I think 3 days or
Oh
two.
yeah, no, that's too long. It's way too long. Way too long.
Okay, I guess I've exceeded my quota then.
But what kind of what's your go-to record right now that you've been listening to?
Oh man, probably Frazee Ford.
Mm-hmm.
She put out a record recently with Al Green's old band backing her,
Okay.
called Indian Ocean. We've been listening to that a lot. I have a Johnny Taylor record that's in heavy rotation right now. We picked up recently. Lots of Stax. I really like Stax label, so
Okay.
like the Memphis sound.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right on. Right on. Well, is this will probably be going up on Friday. So, is there anything you want to promote or plug?
On Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, this weekend actually, we're playing Sunday and Monday, Mother's Day, and the day after Mother's Day at the Adrift Hotel in Long Beach,
Mm-hmm.
Washington.
Okay.
And that'll be just a duet show. So that'll be the first of its kind, where Juliet and I are playing without the backing band. So we should have some special inclusions in that. It should be really fun. I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're on a short hiatus for a little bit. We're starting to work on new material for the next record. I'm thinking about getting into to do some recordings and start to record like an EP,
Oh, okay.
something short, so we can just keep the ball rolling on that. Yeah, so some of those woodshed projects. We're working on a music video. So
Right on. And
yeah,
I know mothers will love your music. So all the mothers and grandmamas, I'm sure they'd love to hear you guys your acoustic set and your
I
regular
feel
set.
so. We promise to keep it safe and appropriate and sweet and
And motherly.
and also make them move a little bit. So
There we go. There we go. Because you know what, every mom can get funky. It's a
oh
fact.
yeah,
You know, they just don't want to unleash it. You guys need to unleash it.
yeah. We want to encourage moms everywhere to get down.
I'm gonna pitch you a song title, and you know
Okay.
you're gonna do your thing. It's called Funky Mother.
Okay, Funky Mother.
Funk. You know, Uptown Funk's pretty popular. Funky Mother.
Okay, Funky Mother. I like that. It kind of reminds me of like Mothers of Invention or um yeah, we'll have to
There you go.
get start on that.
You know, I'm not gonna even ask for any royalties. Just
Okay.
there you go. That's all yours. It's all
So
yours.
I really appreciate it.
No, I'm a giver. Okay, I'm a
Yeah.
giver. Um,
Uh,
I do want to ask you real quick. How did you guys come up with the name? And were there any alternatives?
oh my God, so many alternatives. We started out. Oh, we went through a couple different names before the Get Ahead. Uh, the Get Ahead. There's a song on the EP, the first recording that we did called Get Ahead, and it's really sort of a blue collar working class value song about what it means to be trying to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I reckon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that kind of embodied the spirit of a lot of our music. It felt like so that idea of always trying to get out ahead of the next whatever whether it be like a billing cycle or the next just the next thing, trying to stay out in front of it, which seems sort of like a American working class ethic or something like a lifestyle. So that kind of stuck, and the get ahead, the idea of trying to stay in front of things and stay one step ahead. But yeah, we definitely had that was after a very long search. We were the Way Home for a little bit.
Okay.
We were the Vanport Sound, which was based loosely on a city that used to be in Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't read you the rest of the list.
One of my first original band names, which before I could even was in an official band, I was trying to get Dead Hair.
Dead Hair.
Dead
Wow.
Hair. I would write that on binders. It wasn't it was like just me. But you know what? Word of mouth. Like, hey, have you heard of this band Dead Hair? No, we got to check them out. Well, you can't because they don't exist.
Right. You just spread word of mouth by asking people if they'd heard of that band?
Yeah. It was like, hey, man, this band sucks. They're no Dead Hair. And then I would walk away. And then that got people talking.
That's great. You need a Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm past the Dead Hair stage. They really weren't that great. They weren't great at all.
I'll have to search for some of the recordings.
Oh, good luck. If you find a Dead Hair recording, please send it to me so I can sue the person.
Dead hair, what does that come from? Do people actually walk around with dead hairs on their heads?
Sure. This was high school. I was rebellious at that age and just thought dead hair was the most rebellious thing I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, to stick it to the man, which I'm okay with the man. I have no problems with the man, but just a slight jab.
Yeah, the man probably does have dead hair. I'm guessing. Yeah. If anybody does, the man does.
I think I might have been pro the man with dead hair. Oh, jeez. Well, that's why I'm not a punk rocker.
Yeah.
It's okay. That's why there's Green Day.
Yeah. There can only be one of those.
Exactly. Yeah, there can only be one Green Day.
Thank goodness.
But Nathan, I had a great time chatting with you.
You as well.
Whenever something comes on up, you can come on back to me. I'd love to chat with you again and promote this awesome music. Which, for the people at home, where can they get this music?
We have a website, thegetahead.com. You can buy our music on CD Baby or on iTunes. Mm-hmm. And we really like it when people like us on Facebook. We're really happy when that happens. And makes us feel good about ourselves.
There we go.
And Reverb Nation, we have a page on Reverb Nation also, so you can go on there and listen to our music. But yeah, if you want to buy it, CD Baby, iTunes, or come out to a show in Portland or the West Coast sometime soon.
There you go. And Nathan, I'll let you go and have a power nap or eat some. What's another? Oh, Burgerville. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do Portland-based jokes that nobody will get.
I'll have some sweet potato fries for you.
There you go. Up at that the Rip City, even though they're eliminated.
Well, it's still Rip City, though, right?
Yeah, it's still Rip City. It'll always be Rip City. There you
go. Absolutely.
Man, go Beavers.
All right, man. Cheers. Thank you for the talk. Yeah, right. Go Beavers.
Go Beavers. All right. Hey, you have a good one, all right?
You too. Take care.
All right.
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.